Hello and welcome to MoreSteam.com's EngineRoom tutorial series. This tutorial is on our new Critical Thought Map tool. I'm going to go ahead and start by opening up an existing project. And you'll see that in this project I've already uploaded some data and I've built several studies over here on the right, ranging from a project charter up to some multiple regression and Monte Carlo tools. So as you're working on your continuous improvement projects, you will generate many studies as you investigate different avenues, different types of data, different views of that data. And it can get quite confusing to keep track of what the sequence of events was as you were working through your process. And that's where the Critical Thought Map comes in. The Critical Thought Map is designed to help you map out that logical thought map that you followed working through your project. To get to the Critical Thought Map, we click the CTM button down here in the lower left corner. Now when you click the CTM button, you'll notice that this data bar rotates and becomes the thought map bar, and our menus at the top change from being a blue background to an orange background, and we no longer have the tools. Now we have critical questions associated with each of the 5 DMAIC phases. So to start a new critical thought map, we just need to start with a question. So let's say, how is project success defined? We'll just drag that and drop that into our workspace, and that's our first question. And the critical thought map, like all thought maps, follow the question, activity, answer type of format. So how is project success defined? Perhaps we have that answer in our project charter. So I'm going to go ahead and drag our project charter and connect it to that question. Now we can create an answer for that question, activity, answer sequence. Up on the custom menu here, we can put in generic questions and we can put in answers. So I'm going to go ahead and drag an answer down and attach that to my project charter. So here is the basic molecule of the thought map: question, activity, answer. Now each answer is going to generate additional questions. And I should say we can just click on the new answer and enter any answers or comments or notes. The notes will be tagged with my user ID. Now, back to the additional questions. So we have a new answer, and that's going to motivate a new question. We'll jump ahead here in our mini project here and say, what potentially significant inputs, X's, have been identified? Maybe that's the next question. And you can see we can attach it on any of the forward faces here. Now, for this, perhaps we ran a couple of different histograms. So there's 2 different histograms that we ran. And if you click on the study, you'll see it actually brings up the actual data from that study. So we have 2 different histograms from cycle time before and cycle time after. And perhaps one of those is our answer is that it is simply not related. And so we have a dead end, as it were. But on the other one, perhaps we have an answer that, yes, indeed, it is related. And then that motivates the next question of what is the relationship between those X's and Y's. And so there's our next question, and perhaps our multiple regression answers that question of the relationships. And then that answer of yes, it's related, and now we know the magnitude. Now perhaps we want to experiment with the optimal settings for our values. And so the next question might be, what are the potential solutions? Potential solutions might be discovered with some Monte Carlo analysis. And then finally ending in our final answer that says, this is the model, these are the variables, these are the factors that have the input, and here's where they should be set. And so that's the idea of building a critical thought map, always following this question, activity, answer format, potentially branching from a question into a couple different activity paths, some which might lead nowhere, and some which lead on to additional questions, and finally to our final solution. We can close the critical thought map and create additional critical thought maps simply by dragging down a question and starting a new thought map. And you'll see now we have two over here on the left. If we close it and then just drag on the old one, and there it is again for us to work with. So we hope that this new tool will be quite useful in helping you track and maintain a record of your thought process as you go through the various phases of your projects. Do let us know how it works for you.